Hello everybody, and I hope all is well. Today we're going to talk about two ways to um, configure your Google Analytics with your Magento store. So there's a couple ways you can do it. There's one where you can get an extension that's much more powerful than the one that's native to Magento, which we will also cover. Magento already comes with a Google Analytics configuration that's set up using the Google Application Program Interface or the Google API. So it makes it really easy for you to set up Google Analytics. So we'll discuss the two ways to do it. We'll discuss the Magento native Google Analytics API and then an extension that we use called Fuman. That's going to give you a little bit more flexibility. Fuman is a plugin that works with Magento to give you a much more flexibility and much more customization. If you have like a sales funnel you want to set up, you can do that with something like Fuman, where you can't do that you can't do with, like, say, Magento. So this just covers installing both, configuring both, and not actually configuring the Fuman Google Analytics plugin to set up a sales funnel. We'll cover that in another tutorial, but this is just how to install both, how to configure both, how to install Fuman and then configure the Magento native Google Analytics. First thing you want to do is you want to log in to your Magento store, okay? And as you can see, to get to your Magento store, pretty sure you know how to do that by now. /admin, your domain /admin brings you here. Click login. Once you log in, you'll get to your dashboard, and you'll go to System, and you'll go to Configuration. At the bottom left in the Sales tab, sub-tab of the Sales tab, you'll find the Google Application Program Interface, or Google API for short. You have your Google Analytics set up here, enabled, yes, and then we're going to go get the account number, and you want to leave this at yes, okay? Enable IP anonymization. All right. So if you haven't already set up a Google Analytics account, remember, we need to get the account number. So if you haven't already set up a Google Analytics account, set one up, but we're going to have to create, I already did set one up, but we're going to have to create an account for your domain, okay? So there's a difference. Anyways, go type in Google Analytics here, and you want to access Google Analytics at the top right, okay? Again, if you haven't set up your Google Analytics account, set up one. It's free to sign up for, okay? All right, so we're going to get to the home interface here, the home dashboard. You want to go to admin, okay? So you want to add your site. So to do that, to create an account for your site, you're just going to go to account at the top left, and you're going to select this drop down menu, create account, okay? This is pretty simple. You just want to type in the website name. It's pretty straightforward up right here, okay? If you're adding a website, you want to go to Clothing Hub. This is the name of the site we're demonstrating to you. So it's the Clothing Hub, and the website name is the Clothing Hub, and then we have the website URL at HTTP. You want to make sure you know what that is, because that makes a difference. Because with most merchants, they have the secure version of the site is the home page and landing page, and then checkout with the security HTTPS. Okay, so we'll just do that with this site in particular, but make sure you know what that is, okay? Okay, so we have it here, okay? And take your time during this, because if you make a mistake and you find out after a week there's no analytics, it's because you didn't set this up the right way. Most merchants should choose shopping, unless this applies, you know, this doesn't apply to you, okay? But, you know, if you have a Magento store, this should apply to you. So make sure for industry category you select shopping. United States, I'm on the East Coast, so put whatever your reporting time is, because it's just going to make your life much easier, okay? Because you want to, especially if you're like trying to post out, if you're using social media and you're trying to see how one product performs, the clickbacks to the site, things like that. You want to make sure it's in the right time, so you know when to post your content. Okay, but like that's another video. So this is completely arbitrary. This data sharing settings. I don't. If you do really well, a lot of the times Google will have an account specialist call you and show you how to optimize your analytics, your traffic. So I always leave this open here because you can always get good advice, especially if it's coming from, Google, because they have the analytics and they'll be able to do more with the analytics than you might know. So I always leave that selected, but again, you can deselect that. I've already read these terms, so read the terms after you get the tracking ID and accept. Okay. So once you get into your analytics here, your account setup, you just want to make sure that everything in here is correct. So all the property settings, okay, select a view. You want all website data, and when you're going to the dashboard and you click on the account, you want all the website data to be there. Make sure that's there. I want to enable demography. That's actually new. Google never used to do that, but demographics, I like that. I like to know who is visiting the store, so we can put more of those items, on the front page. Okay. Use enhanced link attribution. You don't need to do that, but I like this selected, and then I also like. Oh, where'd that go? There it is. Okay, so I like this selected. Okay, you want to hit save. It was a success. Okay, and then you want to, once you're done with that, just look over everything. It's saved, and go back here. And then remember, this is your account now. Okay, you want to go to account settings, and you want to click your account ID. You want to copy this, and you want to paste the account number here. Okay, that's it. That's it. Okay, so your account number isn't actually with Magento. With what that account ID means is, some people think it means this. This is your tracking code. Okay, this is your tracking number. Okay, not the code itself, but the tracking number. And this is actually your account ID, your account number. Okay. So we'll leave that, as you can see with another site. Okay, this is the account number. Okay, we'll save this. Okay, so now we're going to set up something that's called Fuman. Okay, Fuman is an extension. It extends the functionality of the Magento native Google Application Program Interface. Okay, it's a Magento extension that's going to allow you to create and analyze your sales funnels. It's just a little bit more dynamic than the native Magento Google Analytics piece here, because even though this is all set up here on your Magento store, I was just copying and pasting your account number there. What Fuman allows you to do is it allows you to track the information. It allows you to create a sales funnel with basically all the tools that you have in Google Analytics. You still need to go back to Google Analytics. Same thing with the Google Analytics here. But it allows you to configure and customize your analytics so you can get more out of it. Okay? So to install the Fuman, we'll go over Fuman and how to set up a sales funnel in another video, but to install Fuman, this is what you do. I like the name, by the way. Great name. Okay, so you X out of this, and you just hit this button here. So we have the Google Analytics. Okay, we already created our account. It can take about 24 to 48 hours, okay, to get information from this account. Just so you know, it won't happen overnight. Sometimes it does happen overnight, okay, but normally it doesn't. But anyways, so now we have to go Fuman, Google Analytics, okay. And there's two ways you can get the extension. You can do it through Magento Connect, which I don't recommend, or you can do it through Magento Extensions. You can go on the site itself, okay? So this is a company that produces this analytics, okay? You want to create an account. If you don't have one, store.foodman.com, or you could just .co, or you can just Google Foodman Google Analytics. Okay, you can create an account if you don't have one. I already have one. And what you want to do is you want to go to extensions. Once you log in, and you want to come here. Okay, Foodman Google Analytics. Okay, this is the top-rated Google Analytics extension for Magento, and I tested it for almost 6 months, and it's really, really good. Okay, so you want to click on more. You want to add it to your cart. It's free, by the way. Okay, and you want to download it. You want to continue, and you want to continue, and you want to finalize your download. And it's going to come over here. I'm using a Mac. I'm using Safari, so okay. You might see it here. I'll show you. Hold on. Go to My Downloadable Products, and you want to download. This is the latest version. So download. As you can see, it comes here. I'm using Safari, like I said. So you want to show this in Finder. I'm going to drag this onto the desktop. Okay. Now you want to go to the desktop. Okay, you want to go to the desktop and you want to find this. Okay, so we just need these two folders. Okay, we're going to do an FTP upload of that folder. So if you're using a Mac, if you can find it on your desktop, fine, but I'm using a Mac, so sometimes FileZilla, I'm using FileZilla, by the way, as a file transfer protocol, but if you're using, sometimes for some reason, with FileZilla, it doesn't read the desktop properly, so we'll go there. So now, we'll do that later. You have to put in your host username and password and then the port. Okay, so we got to find that. I'm using, for this demo site, I'm using HostGator, so it's a cPanel server dashboard here. And this is what my shared IP is right here. So I'm going to copy this. We want to go here. We want to host this. We're going to go username. Whatever your cPanel username and password is. The password is done. So port, you want to put 21. So whatever your username and password is to enter cPanel is what your username and password is. This is your shared IP that you can get from your cPanel dashboard, way at the bottom left, okay? So we're logged in. Now we have to go into FileZilla and find that extension. So it's in the applications folder. So we want to go here, and then we want to find Fuman, which is somewhere here. Alright, so this is the local site. We just want to find where Fuman is. It should be here somewhere. Okay, so it's right here. Okay, and you want to upload these two to your Magento public HTML folder. Okay, so you want to go public HTML, you want to click on that, and this is where your Magento folders are. Okay, so you just want to take these two things. Oops. You want to take app.js, you want to copy this. Sorry, you want to right click on it and you want to go upload. Okay. Another thing you can do, you can also just drag this and put it here. But I like to hit the upload because always use this. I already installed this a long time ago, so I'm just doing it for the purposes of this demonstration. But okay, so all the files transferred successfully. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to go back to your Magento store. Okay. All right. You just want to go back to your Magento store. You want to go to System. You want to go to Configuration. Actually, I'm sorry. You want to go to System, and then you want to go to Cache Management. You want to enable the cache, okay? Make sure your cache is always enabled. You want to flush the cache as you enable it, okay? Sorry, hit the submit button right there. And then you want to flush the Magento cache, okay? So that's how you install the extension, and if you go to System and Configuration, the extension should be there. So to find the Fullman Analytics extension that you just installed, should be right here, okay? Now we're going to configure this. So the domain name, you want to put http / whatever your domain is, okay? Okay. You want to put your account number here. You want to enable First Touch. Use Google. No, not yet. No. For this one, no. Actually, this is important. You want to track the page. You want to make sure site speed reports are available in the new Google Analytics dashboard. So you want to make sure you select that as yes. For now, you can leave this at no. But if you have a shopping campaign and a text campaign going on with AdWords, make sure you select this. But you can actually set up your conversion tracking ID within this framework, okay? So you would just have to put your conversion tracking ID in here. It's so easy. You don't have to go on the server, go to the checkout page, the success.phtml page, and paste a bunch of code there. You could just put your tracking ID right here. And Google, actually, if you call them, they can test it for you to make sure it's working. So for now, we'll put this at no. Okay, conversion tracking is important because you want to make sure that if Google is providing you most of your referrals and your leads and they're converting better than your, let's say, other platforms, you know, it's a great way to know, okay, well, this is where I'm going to allocate my assets, you know, for advertising, okay? You don't want to convert currency. You just always want to make sure this is selected at US if you're a merchant in the US, okay? Okay, so that's that. So this is all set up. You don't really need to put this here, but just if you want to fill out spaces. Actually, no, you just leave this. If you don't have an alternative profile account number. Okay. So that's it. Again, if you have conversion tracking set up on AdWords, all you have to do is put the conversion tracking ID here. Because what this does, what Fullman does, and why it's more advanced than Google Analytics right here, the one that's native to WordPress, is you can just go on the success.phtml folder on Magento. You don't have to do this step here. try to look for the success page here, as you can see. Let's see. Or the checkout page. It's called the success.phtml folder. All right, well. Well, I'll find it. But it's the checkout page, the one page. This is 1.9, so it might not be success.phtml anymore. But okay. So this one page right here has success.php. In the past, it was called success.phtml. But this is 1.0, so success.php right here, right? So this is where you will put the conversion. This is the success page when people check out, and if you install in the past with the Magento native Google Analytics API, you'd have to go here. I think it's line 180, line 180 or something. Or where was it? Line 156. Okay, you had to put the conversion tracking code here. You know, with Fuman, you don't have to do that. You just put your tracking ID right here, and it does all the work for you. See right here. Okay, so that's that. Thank you for watching. You can follow at GoPryWeb on Twitter if you like this video, and thank you so much. You enjoy your day.